Good morning to you, DJ Wonder Chrissy here, Migrant Mayhem. We're ready to have another great show for you today. Let me get rid of these goofy glasses. Hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of Star Spangled Banner, written by the guy that the bridge was named after, Keys. I forget his first name, but anyway, so there you go. There's a tie-in. We're going to start with a little bit of Chicago Migrant update for you. Just heard 31 cases of measles, most of them in the Pilsen shelter. As Chicago tries to, it's been what? Today's Wednesday? Today's Wednesday, March 27th. Last Tuesday, we had an election, and the demo rats in the downtown city of Chicago are still trying to determine who won their Democratic primary for state's attorney. They had two people running for state's attorney, and they still haven't figured it out. We're a week, 7 days past when they're supposed to have the votes done, and they're still trying to figure it out. I guess it's that maybe they hired some Chicago graduates of the Chicago Public Schools or the Chicago Teachers Union to do the counting of the votes. Maybe that's part of the problem. But here we have a report by Fox News Chicago, Tia Ewing and Terrence Lee, who will kind of give us a high overview of where they're at. And I don't know when they're going to finish the vote. And once they're finished, they're probably going to have to start counting them again, because I don't think at this point people don't trust them. But it's a demo rat primary, so it's not involving any of the Republican or GOP people, but it just kind of funny how long it takes to count votes these days. So let's listen to what Fox News has to say.
The Chicago Elections Board is really going over ballots because a mistake was made.
Fox 32, the first to break this story last night at 9, and Nate Rogers at the Board of Elections building today as the ballots were being counted very closely.
It truly is down to the wire here at the Board of Elections. Take a look for yourself. Elections officials right now making sure every ballot that was cast here in Cook County is indeed counted. All of this comes more than a day after authorities revealed that they did not include some 10,000 votes in early...
Oops! 10,000? Is that all? Oh, what are these 10,000 ballots doing over here? Oh, yeah. Hey, you knuckleheads.
Their reported numbers. Ballot counting and signature verification continued Sunday here at Chicago's Board of Elections. Today alone, an additional 13,000 votes by mail were added to unofficial results.
You're looking at the person who made that error, and I am...
Well, this guy's taking responsibility, but I'm not sure he's not going to fall on the sword or anything. He's just being a figurehead, taking accountability. And he'll probably get the duty of counting those votes all over again just to double check.
Absolutely mortified as the communication director of the Board of Elections.
Director of Public Information Max Beaver saying he accidentally left out more than 10,000 ballots.
Oopsie.
From the official election day count.
Ultimately, what happened was that I didn't add 2 and 2 together.
He was using, he's telling you, he didn't add 2 and 2 together. He was using CRT math, and maybe he had them in his trunk or something. Oh, I forgot to bring these in from the mailbox.
For ballots that were received back on Monday the 18th, leading into Tuesday election day.
Every day since election day, more than 30 poll watchers, including attorneys, have stood by observing votes being tallied.
They've been a great presence, making sure that this is a transparent process, that everyone feels comfortable. It is a very complicated process when it comes to vote by...
Very complicated process if you got a Chicago public school education, folks. We need some Harvard graduates here to do the voting counting or something.
Mail counting.
While the votes are still coming in, we have to make sure, and we will make sure, that every voice is counted and every voice is heard.
We're counting voices now, not votes. See, that's part of the problem in Chicago. We're counting voices.
We want a fair and effective justice system. We want a fair.
Now we got demo rats complaining about voting. Who would have ever have thunk, right? Only in Chicago, folks.
Criminal justice system.
This as the race for Cook County State's Attorney continues to narrow. With 100% of precincts reported, the Board of Elections shows Eileen O'Neill
100% precincts reporting, but we still can't count them. We don't have the spreadsheet capabilities, I guess.
and Democratic challenger Clayton Harris nearly neck and neck. Now, April 2nd is the deadline for counting late arriving ballots and provisional ballots that were cast on Election Day. April 9th is the official proclamation of election results. I'm Nate Rogers reporting downtown at the Chicago Board of Elections, Fox 32 Chicago.
That's sad, folks. Just really sad. Really sad that we can't get votes counted in a timely fashion, but that's to be expected in Chicago, as I said. When you got your grade schools and high schools not operating at sufficient levels of intelligence, it's going to bleed over in other parts of your city. So there you go. That is Chicago. You guys are so lucky. If you don't live in Chicago, you're just so lucky you don't have to deal with all the issues that they have here in Chicago. Maybe we'll give you a breaking news update. Breaking news update. Yes, it's breaking news. Only here, folks. Breaking wind news. So let's go back to the bridge. Yeah, I really think if people have been watching the news, the fact that the Baltimore harbor is closed or out of business, it can't get boats in or out of there, is costing the local Baltimore economy and you know the United States $15 million a day. Let me say it again. 15 million. I also did. I knew that. We talked about this yesterday. That I have a car that came through that port back in 2015. It's a big auto offload port for European cars, and also machinery like Caterpillar and John Deere, and import and export of heavy duty equipment like that there. I saw today that as far as cars, yeah, the big car port, they're bringing in over 800,000 cars last year. So they're moving some vehicles there on a regular basis, and no longer is that possible. I know before, it's probably been like prior to operating out of Baltimore, they were working out of New Jersey. So hopefully maybe they can direct some of those car carriers to New Jersey. But I also heard this morning that it's a big sugar processing facility. They bring the sugar in on bulk carriers, and there's a Domino sugar plant somewhere close to the harbor. So there's an impact there too. I mean, you're gonna see the supply chain issues and reverberate across the whole country. Mark my words. So you're gonna see prices of things at the grocery store related to this start going up. They're talking too now about jobs. They say there's like 150,000 jobs associated with the docks there. So if the harbor is down, there's a lot of jobs that people are going to be put on layoff or cut back their hours. You name it. it's going to start impacting the people, the working man that has a job directly or indirectly related to the port there. So it's a big deal. And I mean, how long does it take to? I mean, if you've seen the bridge, it's like sticking, 100 feet above the water. In order to get that stuff out of there, you're going to need a huge crane, and then you're going to have to start cutting it up before you can get it out. You just can't move the whole section of the bridge out of the water. And we're talking, the channel there is 50 feet deep. So you got 50 feet of rubble that has to be cleared out of the channel there. You're going to need some big cranes, you're going to need some big barges, and you're going to need a place to put all that metal and all that asphalt and concrete. I mean, can you imagine? We're talking about probably a 4-lane highway that came down, along with all the metal and rubble. So not going to be a quick cleanup. I don't think so. And the river's only so wide, so you can only get so many boats in there to get the stuff out of there. It's not like you can just throw workers at it. So I don't know, guys. I do not know. So you tell me what you think's going on with that. It's not a good situation, and we hope our prayers are with the family. We hope they can recover. The workers who are filling potholes or doing some bridge concrete repair at 1:30 in the morning, and didn't expect this all to happen. So You never know what's going to happen. It's why you need to have your head on a swivel. We're also hearing that it could have been worse. There was a Mayday. They did close the bridge down to vehicle traffic. They were unable to get the construction people off, but I guess they did close the bridge to car traffic. And if you watch the video, you see that a couple of trucks went by and pretty close to when it hit. So whoever took action just at the right time, and it probably saved some lives and some extra people. So so there you go. Our prayers are with those people, and we hope that we can get some more workers on there and get this cleaned up and get people and our economy back to work. So there you go, folks. DJ Wonder Chrissy as we talk about Baltimore, and it is going to impact you. So if you're buying, like I said, if you're buying sugar and stuff that potentially is coming in through that port, I mean, they brought in a lot of stuff. There's coal and bulk materials that came in through there. There was LNG that was being exported. As I said, cars and heavy duty equipment, you name it. A lot of materials moved in and out of Baltimore Harbor, and a lot of people don't realize they even had anything going on there. But yeah, it's a pretty active harbor. $15 million a day worth of commodities going in and out of there. They did have some containers going in and out of there. So a little bit of everything, and that's and like I said, you're going to see the United States auto worker. I mean, almost 800,000 vehicles a year went out of there, or in through there some way, shape, or form. So they're anyone that's using that harbor is quickly trying to figure out what they're going to do and how they're going to get their stuff out of the United States. And I don't know, folks. It's an issue that's going to have to be dealt with pretty soon here and quickly. Otherwise, it's going to impact our GDP and our economy. Okay, so that's all I have for today. Enjoyed listening to you guys. Let's see if we get a little bit of White House humor here for you on the way out.
Blank Stare Part 2.
Hey, Joey!
Chris is Chuck.
All right, Chuck. Thank you very much. All right. It's Chris, but anyway, I just did Chris.
And many more.
Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night, the phone. Make sure the kids hear word.
But wait, call within the next 10 minutes and receive a free copy of Kamala's Kooky Cackles.
Will Joey be without Kamala?
That's right. 6 full hours of ear-piercing cackles that the whole family can enjoy. Here's how to order.
You got to be real. Give him a follow, guys.
At White House Senior Living, our residents feel right at home. Our vibrant facility offers delightful activities and outings, round-the-clock professional care, and exquisite house-made meals.
Well, I've been eating everything that's put in front of me. I've been eating all Italian food, basically. And ice cream. Chocolate chip ice cream.
White House Senior Living.